In the age of social media, where carefully curated profiles and picture-perfect lives are constantly on display, it's easy to fall into the trap of comparison. The constant exposure to others' seemingly flawless lives can lead to feelings of inadequacy and a relentless pursuit of validation. It all began one evening when I found myself mindlessly scrolling through my social media feeds. As I scrolled, I couldn't help but notice the picture-perfect vacations, flawless selfies, and glowing achievements of those in my network. With each post, a twinge of envy crept into my heart, and self-doubt started to overshadow my sense of self-worth. I became caught in a cycle of comparing my own life to the highlight reels of others. I questioned my accomplishments, appearance, and overall sense of fulfillment. It seemed as though everyone had it all figured out while I was left feeling behind in life and unworthy. This constant comparison took a toll on my mental and emotional well-being. I found myself seeking external validation, striving to create a facade of perfection to match what I saw online. I believed that if I could just present a flawless image to the world, I would finally feel accepted and validated. But deep down, I knew that this pursuit of external validation was a hollow endeavor. I realized that true contentment and authenticity could not be found in the realm of social media. It was time to break free from the chains of comparison and rediscover my own sense of worth and purpose. My journey toward overcoming social media comparison began with a critical examination of my social media habits. I started by reducing my screen time and setting boundaries for when and how I engaged with social media platforms. This allowed me to reclaim control over my own digital experiences and create space for self-reflection. I also made a conscious effort to curate my social media feeds with intention. I became more conscious of how social media made me feel and how I reacted to the content I encountered. I unfollowed accounts that perpetuated unrealistic standards of beauty, success, and happiness. Instead, I sought out content that inspired and uplifted me. Accounts that celebrated authenticity, vulnerability, and personal growth. But it wasn't just about curating my social media experience. I needed to shift my mindset. I reminded myself that social media was a highlight reel, a carefully selected collection of moments designed to showcase the best aspects of someone's life. It was not an accurate representation of their everyday reality. I learned to approach social media with a critical eye, questioning the narratives being presented and considering the motivations behind them. I reminded myself that everyone has their struggles and insecurities, even if they don't share them openly. By understanding this, I was able to shift my perspective and cultivate empathy rather than envy. One of the most transformative aspects of my journey was learning to celebrate my own uniqueness. I began sharing my own journey more openly. I embraced vulnerability and shared the ups and downs, the triumphs and struggles. Instead of trying to fit into a mold created by social media standards, I focused on embracing and expressing my authentic self. I discovered my passions, explored my creativity, and pursued personal growth without seeking external validation. I realized that by being authentic and honest about my own experiences, I could create meaningful connections with others who were also navigating the complex world of social media. In the process, I discovered a vibrant community of like-minded individuals who were also on a journey of authenticity and contentment. We shared stories of resilience, vulnerability, and personal growth, exchanged advice, and lifted each other up. Together, we created a safe space where vulnerability was celebrated and comparison was left at the door. Through these connections, I learned the power of community and the importance of surrounding myself with people who uplifted and inspired me. Most importantly, I began to redefine success and contentment on my own terms. I recognized that my worth was not defined by the number of likes or followers I had, but by the impact I made in the lives of others and the fulfillment I found in pursuing my passions. Through this journey, I realized that social media could be a tool for connection, inspiration, and personal growth when used consciously. I found joy in celebrating the successes and joys of others rather than feeling threatened by them. I understood that we each have our unique paths and that our journeys cannot be compared or measured against one another. Today, I embrace social media as a platform for sharing my authentic self and connecting with others who resonate with my journey. I no longer seek external validation or measure my worth based on the opinions of others. Instead, I focus on nurturing my own sense of self-worth, finding contentment in the present moment, and celebrating the beauty of my own unique journey. Now I feel more confident, fulfilled, and at peace with myself. I recognize that the power to define my own happiness and worth was within me and not dependent on external validation. When you are on social media, please remember that behind every picture-perfect post is a story of imperfection and growth. I encourage you to remember that your worth lies not in comparison, but in embracing your unique journey. Let go of the need for validation and embrace the joy that comes from living in alignment with your true self. Find inspiration in the stories of others without losing sight of your own unique gifts and strengths. May your presence on social media be a reflection of your true self, inspiring others to do the same.